Wilkin & Sons in Tiptree, England have been making marmalade for over 100 years. Early season oranges contain high levels of a naturally occurring thickening agent called pectin, which helps marmalade to set. So the fruit is frozen to keep it fresh. When the production line is ready for them, the first challenge is to separate the skin from the pulp. A ton of frozen fruit is emptied into this trough of water and pressed under the surface. It's then simmered for 4 hours, which defrosts the oranges and starts developing their flavour and colour. That makes life easier for people like Irina Popper to dig out their insides.
We have a target of 18 kilograms an hour. If it's cooked properly, it goes really well. If the oranges are a little bit harder, it's a little bit hard to get the pulp out.
Irina can get through up to 700 kilos of oranges a week.
I haven't been doing this too long, so it's not driving me crazy yet.
But even seasoned peelers can't remove the pesky pips from the pulp. That's taken care of by this machine. The pulp is pumped into a giant sieve, which uses pressure to squeeze it through a mesh. This removes the pips, leaving the pure orange flesh to be siphoned out of the side. Marmalade wouldn't be marmalade without juicy chunks of peel. But not this chunky. Once any rogue pips have been removed, the peel is passed through a set of blades, which slices it into slivers between 4 and 8 millimetres wide. Conserved connoisseurs like the tart taste of Seville oranges, but they still need some sugar to make them palatable. So the pulp and peel are combined in hoppers, hoisted up to the cooking station and passed to George Byrne. With a push of a button, George squirts sugar syrup into each of the 14 kettles they need to cook up today's batch of oranges. George summons a hopper and adds the orange mix to each vessel. The kettle uses copper elements at the bottom to heat the marmalade to between 102 and 104 degrees Celsius. This can turn the room into a citrus-scented sauna, but George doesn't sweat it.
I've been here 15 years and I've had 12, 13 years up here. I love it.
Timing is critical. If left to cook for too long, the sugar will crystallise into unpleasant crunchy lumps. After between 10 and 15 minutes, he releases the lot out of the bottom. What emerges is stored in this tank. The next job is to pipe it into these jars. As they spin through the carousel, up to 200 jars a minute are filled with fresh product. Mould likes marmalade as much as we do, so the lids are vacuum sealed on when the temperature is around 85 degrees Celsius to stop any spores from taking hold. The final challenge is to check each jar by eye to ensure that no pips have sneaked through. We're not sure if Marmalade TV will catch on. Too many repeats. Minus the odd dud one that Liam Cann picks off the line, the company produces millions of jars of marmalade every year. And once they're boxed up, they're ready to be spread all over the world and all over your toast.